Hi, thank you for taking the time to watch this short video. My name is Kala Viv Williams, and this is specifically aimed at those who are suffering from either job loss or they still have a job but they're suffering from workplace bullying and are feeling very stressed at work. And so this video is to offer you a little bit of hope. I've been through it myself. And I have come out stronger at the other end, and now I want to work with people who are going through the same thing because I've learned a lot having crossed that bridge. Okay, so the short form of my story is I was a professor. I got tenure, and I worked for 6 years teaching, and teaching was wonderful, but there was definitely bullying and hostility in the workplace by a group of people. And so I've really dealt with it. And I encourage you, whatever your background, I really do understand workplace bullying and how it can start sort of slowly. It might start insidiously. You're not sure. You think, oh, something doesn't feel right, but you're not 100% sure. You know, and you're going. So I have experienced that. And I encourage you to realize that yes, if you feel like you're being victimized, you probably are. Okay, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling stressed, if you're not sleeping well, if you're talking to your friends about what's going on and asking them, what should I do? I don't know, this happened, and running through your story. Again, I've been through it, so I understand. I understand the steps that we take. So I encourage you, though, to realize that you are not by nature a victim. Okay, you are being victimized, but you don't want to walk around feeling like you've got a big V, like you're wearing a big V that says victimize me, because you're not. Okay, you're going to come out of what I call this Thunderbolt experience even stronger. Okay, so first, realize that you're learning skills that you didn't have before. You're learning coping skills. Okay, that there's no other way to learn except to go through, right? On Earth, we're on Earth school, and so you're learning by going through these painful experiences. So you're actually learning skills that you didn't have before. So that's one great thing. The next wonderful thing is that you're learning about what your true desires are. Okay, so specifically I'm talking about work. It could also be divorce. It could be that specific crisis comes to mind. You're learning what do you really need? What do you like? What helps you to thrive? Where do you feel happy? What types of people do you want to be around? So you're learning about yourself that maybe there was no other way to learn that, So I call it a Thunderbolt experience. I think I coined that term, but I'm not 100% sure. Meaning you feel like you've been struck by lightning. I can picture that image, and you're sort of like, oh, you're shocked. You feel sort of decimated, sort of emptied out. And so that's a Thunderbolt experience. And obviously in life there are many things that can cause that. So I would like to work with you, though, to take you from Thunderbolt through transition, which you're going to transition out of this. Nothing, absolutely nothing lasts. So it's not going to last forever, the situation that you're in. This low point is not going to last. Okay, so you're going to transition, and I'd love to work with you to help you transition, and then hopefully even get to tranquility. Imagine. So Thunderbolt through some transformation, because I see these situations as a spiritual crisis. That's how I have framed my experience. I should give you a little more background here. Why should you listen to me? Other than that I've been through what you're most likely going through. Before I was a professor, I was a certified yoga teacher. Am a certified yoga teacher and practitioner for about 14 years. I've been featured in Self Magazine, Yoga Journal, Essence Magazine, and so I have the skills of a professional working with his mind, body, spirit as a yoga teacher for about 14 years now. And as well, I have an extensive background in meditation. I studied mindfulness meditation and practice for, again, about 14 years. I'd have to really check. It's been a long time. I attended Spirit Rock's mindfulness meditation and yoga training program. It was an 18-month program. And I studied with, in that program, Jack Kornfield, Anna Douglas. These are some insight meditation teachers. And Jack Kornfield has written quite a few books and is a wonderful, wonderful teacher. Google him. And I have done multiple meditation retreats and trainings where you go and meditate yourself for up to, I want to say 6 weeks, but it was really a little short of 6 weeks. So 5 weeks of silent, intensive, all-day meditation. So I've done multiple. I've done week-longs, 2 weeks. I built up. You've got to build up your stamina for these things, and up to 5 weeks. So I've studied with Sayadaw U Pandita. He's a very well-regarded Burmese meditation master. He's a monk. And so I have that as my background and can bring that to bear in working with you, can teach you the different techniques within that sort of pantheon that can really be helpful. They can be very helpful. And these are things that helped me. And so I work with people, over phone or Skype, and can first just give you an ear to talk about what you're going through, okay? So again, you're not a victim. Let's get back to you. You're not a victim. You're being victimized, but your identity is not as a victim, because how can we get you from this horrible situation to the greatness that you're really, I believe the divine is actually trying to move you towards? Because let's admit it, if things are okay, are kind of bad, and especially in this environment that we're in now in terms of work, we're likely to just stay put. It's only when things get really bad, okay, that we think about, what would be better, what would be better for me. So see this as a spiritual crisis, and that puts it in a bigger frame, okay, and it's like a challenge. And I really believe that's what it is. I believe that very likely if you are undergoing severe job stress, there's a reason, and the reason is most likely, and that this might be the most helpful way to frame it, is that there's something else you're supposed to be doing that the divine is trying to move you to, and the only way to move you is to sort of give you a big, a kick. Painful, but to move you on. So there's some expression that is needed out there, some form of service. There's a gift you have that's not being expressed in this current job. And I really believe that's the underlying, the spiritual reason that is needed out there, some form of service. So I'm writing a book about my experience, my story in academia, and it's not so much about what I went through, though that's what prompted it, as I realized that others are going through the same difficulties at work. And I really feel that right now we are being called to really embody work that gives us joy, that utilizes our best skills, and that really helps the planet and each other, that is really service work in a very spiritual way, whatever that work may be. And so I am writing this book to help others who are coping with a Thunderbolt experience, to get them through a transition. And it will discuss simple holistic techniques, okay, that don't cost money, such as specific mindfulness or meditation techniques, specific breathing practices, and so on. So okay, it's so subscribe to my blog, -lovethelifeyoulive.com. I also have a newsletter, which I would love if you'd sign up for, that goes out currently no more than twice a month. And in that, I might include audio, guided audio, and more than is included in my blog, as a thank you for being on my email list. So, and that would come to you by email. And as I said, probably about 2 to 3 times a month at most. And I'll keep you up to date on the work that I'm doing, and hopefully be really helpful for you. So again, check out my blog, and remember, you are never a victim. You are going to triumph out of this, and your mindset is really important, and that's why I'm stressing that. It's huge as to how you come out of this experience. Okay, the mindset is going to be key to regain your confidence, to start fresh, to present yourself, whether you want to be employed again or whether perhaps you want to start a new venture. Perhaps you want to be self-employed, and that's actually what I got out of my experience, is that I really want to be a self-employed like I was prior to teaching, and I really want to help people, and I like communication, and I want to share what I've learned. And so for you also, just see, again, the crisis that you are going through or have gone through is going to make you more available, more compassionate, more, more deeply human to help those around you. So it's going to be a gift, what you're going through. Okay. Thank you. Namaste.